growing up in New York and growing up in the Bronx, what it did was it gave me resilience. It actually showed me how to build something from nothing. When you are growing up where you have to only take what you have and grow it, it's a great introduction to what entrepreneurship looks like and what it means to actually be successful. Because in order for you to grow anything, you have to be able to grow what you have in your hand. And growing up that way, whatever you're dealing with and whatever that you have, if you can make that grow, you can make anything grow. The starting point is looking in the mirror and looking at the person that you are right now, asking yourself questions. Do you even like the person that you're looking at? And finding those aspects that you do like. And if you can't find nothing, then you start the process of figuring out what you can do. I don't care if you start liking your ears, if you start liking your eyes, whatever it is, right? Because when you look in that mirror, you are looking back at someone that you have to carry around each and every day. And so the start of self-worth and self-love starts there, being comfortable with what you see when you look in the mirror. Divorce, jail, losing friends, a whole bunch of stuff, right? Because the journey wasn't easy, right? I went through a divorce. Me and my ex-husband, we were friends for a while. But again, relationships change, right? And then I was partying and drinking as a result of not wanting to get a divorce. And I did that for 8 years straight. And within those 8 years, I was going to jail and getting DUIs and doing all these things, right? And it wasn't until I actually hit someone where I thought I hurt someone. And when I thought I hurt that person, then that was my rock bottom moment, like I was talking about earlier. Because now I interrupted someone else's life because of my behavior, because I am sad, because I didn't know how to handle my pain and what I was going through. So, I had to take a look in the mirror. But all those things, it is those moments where we hit rock bottom that we change. So, but I can truly say with those struggles, I am happy for each and every struggle, because it taught me how to grow. So don't be afraid of the struggle. It's hard when you're going through it. I know nobody doesn't understand what you're going through but you. But it is something you have to go through to grow, because you got to learn the lesson to go to the next step of where you're going in your life. And if you don't understand what that lesson is, life will teach you. So caught up in social media, and I'll be 45 years old, and I remember going to PAL in New York, which was, a mentoring program, going to different things where I've seen young counselors take us, and we go camping and we do things, and they were our examples. And it's just unfortunate that we don't have that anymore, because everyone is stuck in this social media world behind their phones, and they want what they see other people have, where we have to go ahead and get back to the basics. Because you look at it, a lot of these kids that are out here, they don't even know who they are. They don't even know what they want out of life. And the things that they want, they looking at other people and saying, I want that. I want to be this social media, guru. I want to be, this superstar and have all these followers. What you really want to understand is that what you're searching for and what you're looking for is identity. You want what these people have because you think that your life would be better, and that's not true. One of the things that you don't know is what they struggle with and what they go through, because most of that stuff that you're looking at, that you're praising, that you're seeing, that you think is great, it took a hell of a lot of work to get there. And behind that, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you just don't know, right? So being a young person, you want to be able to go ahead and tap on someone who is right next to you, who is doing well. Looking at those mentors, those teachers, those people. And if you don't have those people in your life, try to look to see if you can get involved with some programs, because they still out there. Now I know they're not the same. They will make you work. They will make you volunteer somewhere. They will put you, but that is what's called good stewardship. You're doing those things because you're learning how to be a good steward. You're learning how to take your gifts and give it away. And that's the whole purpose as to why you're here as a young person anyway. Question, you need good leadership. Now, the problem with that is that everybody has a hustle culture and want to make money, right? Being a good leader means that you got to serve. Being a good leader means that you have to give of yourself. Being a good leader means that you might not make the $1 million or make the kind of money or have what the gurus and the people on social media have, because it is a life of service. It is a life of sacrifice where you are giving your time, your talents, and your money in order to go ahead and influence and mentor a young person. That's hard to do these days when you are battling, trying to, and looking at what you see on social media, right? But again, there are a few that are still out there, but it's really, a lot of these kids, they're bored, right? Some of them, they don't have any homes to go to. The homes that they go to is traumatic. We don't know what's going on in the homes, so they stay outside. They look at the people on the outside, their friends and everyone, and they say, yeah, I can go and pick up a gun because I'll be noticed. I'll be cool. I'll be able to, be with the in crowd. Where at the end of the day, you're sacrificing more than just your identity. You're sacrificing your life, your life, your life. And so that's, the big reason is it comes with a lot of sacrifice that people are just not willing to do like we used to do back then, because it was more about community. You stood for something because your community stood for something. And in 2020, we had a little bit of that because it was centered around the trauma of the George Floyd and everything that was happening, right? The young kids rallied. They had a voice. They said what they said. But when it comes down to doing it every single day, it's hard to be consistent. For exactly that, for the community that it builds for women, when it comes to us learning what it truly means to value ourselves and to love ourselves and to know our self-worth, right? A lot of us women are handling so much every day. We got children, we got families, we got husbands, partners, jobs, everything. And we always put ourselves last because we sacrifice ourselves for our family, because that's in us. It is our nature. With the I'm Loving Me project, what we do is we allow you to understand that it is okay for you to go ahead and be the best mom, the best girlfriend, wife, and all that stuff. But you can also fill your cup. You don't have to deplete yourself in order to go ahead and sacrifice. When you fill up your cup, and when your cup runneth over, it runs over everyone in your family. That's why they say when mommy's happy, the whole house is happy. Because mom is the church, mom is the community. She's the one that's going to bring back the knowledge and pour it on you. She is the one that's going to nurture and love. And it is my job to go ahead and take care of mom, to make sure that she has self-worth, make sure she does love herself. that she do know the true value of self-care. And it's not about getting your nails done and massages, but it's also about making sure that you take care of your health, that you understand what it means to really go within and meditate and do all those things, because you just don't do it. So with that community, you have a group of women who are not only working on themselves, but also having fun, because it's not all about crying tears and thinking about the past, because that's not what we do every day. You know, we're executives, we're managers, we're professionals, we're artists, we're entrepreneurs, and we want to be in an environment where we are with like-minded women so that we can go ahead and grow and make deals and do a whole bunch of stuff, right? So that's the reason why I created the I'm Loving Me project. It's amazing because the ladies who come in, right, we do our healing work and we have fun, but man, oh man, they take that leap where they just do one thing that they always wanted to do. And that could be attending one of our retreats because they never went to a certain city that we were in, and they wanted to go there. And when they're there, they taste and they shop and they just enjoy the company. Some of them finally get the chance to sit down and write their book. Some of them finally get the chance to go ahead and release all the pain that they've been carrying for a very long time, right? Like, we have women who come in and they stay and they grow and they blossom, and we celebrate them. You know, we have awards and we have everything, but we make sure we hold them to a certain standard as well, right? Because when you're in here, it's just not all about, you know, getting. It's also about service, because when that next woman come in, you got to show her what we about, right? And that's what makes it exciting. Time to actually get out of this hustle mentality, right? If you want to really build wealth, you got to know how to do that. The first thing you need to know is that you could do it, and every answer that you need is already inside of you. That's number one. You do have the resilience and you do have the capability to do that, but you've got to understand what success is. And it goes back to what I said earlier. The reason why you have to, you know, manage your money and do all these things is because in order for you to leave something, leave a legacy for your children, do something special, be a good steward, you got to start with what you have in your hand, right? The parable of the talents is the answer. When you actually don't bury your gifts and take it and double and triple and give it away, that's where you multiply, which means that each and every one of us is born with something. You're here to use your talents and your gifts, and your talents and your gifts will make room for you, and your talents and your gifts will make you money, right? And it is your job to figure out how that can be done. And the way that it's done is start with what you have. If you want to have a department store and you're looking at your finances and you only can afford a peanut stand, make that the best peanut stand that you can ever have with the department store in mind. You understand? With the department store in mind. And guess what happens? If you treat this peanut stand amazing, it's going to grow into a department store because you was a good steward over what you have. And finances and Black women, we have the capabilities, we have the resilience. We just got to be able to understand that we can and allow our gifts to make room for ourselves, right? Get out of that hustle mentality and start thinking about what your gifts and talents can bring to the world, because that's the only way that things going to change. Meditation every day. Meditation every day. Eat healthy. Eat healthy. And if you don't know because you're always on the road and you're trying to get it done and you need to just put something in your mouth and because you're hungry, make better eating choices, right? Because self-care is about taking care of this temple that you have, taking care of this mind, this brain. Like I said, it's not about always getting a massage and your nail done and all that stuff. It is making sure you stay sharp and that you have the activity of all of your limbs to go ahead and move around because you are here to give your gifts away. So keep yourself in a healthy state so you can do that. Don't sit up here and burn out and do all that stuff and run yourself ragged. And then you can't even sit up here and breathe. Take time out for yourself. I will be doing a TED Talk soon, sometime between September and November. So I'm excited about that, right? We have our Becoming Truly You event that we're having here in Atlanta in October, which I'm always excited about. This is where all the women get together. We, go through a couple of days where we do healing, we hang out, we do shopping, we do all these different things, and we hear from some good speakers to prepare us for the next year. And you can, catch me around doing a lot of speaking engagements and everything. But I'm excited about what the rest of the year is going to bring. Thank you so much for this amazing interview. I had such an amazing time. You can follow me at Work with Gloria Ward on Instagram, or you can follow at the I'm Loving Me Project on Facebook and Instagram. And the name of my podcast is Self-Love Conversations that you can find on YouTube, on Apple, and Spotify, and all those things.